For the past few years, I have been obsessed with the Swiss Alps. I've been travelling around trying to find the best spots that the region has to offer. Today, I want to show you my top 10 favourite spots in Switzerland so that you guys can go and enjoy this magical country with minimal effort. The first place we're going to head to is called Oeschinensee. The coolest spot at Oeschinensee is a viewpoint that requires a 1-hour hike around the lake. I've actually been to Oeschinensee twice, and the first time I went here, I couldn't figure out how to get to this viewpoint. So I've marked the exact spot on my digital map, which is linked in the description. When you get there, you can just enjoy the view and you're guaranteed to capture some viral content for the gram. Not far from Oeschinensee is one of Switzerland's most famous valleys, the Lauterbrunnen Valley. To get to the best view in the Lauterbrunnen Valley, I would suggest taking the train to the town of Wengen, which is a small little town that lies in the mountains of the Lauterbrunnen Valley. When you get to Wengen, you can head up to the back of the town and out onto this grassy patch where you have the perfect view of the valley below. The next spot is truly one of my favourites in the entire country. This spot is called the Oeschinensee. The Oeschinensee is the name of a peak on the famous Hardergrat Trail, which is a ridgeline above Lake Brienz. We went up here at sunrise and it was one of the best sunrises I experienced in my time in Switzerland. This place is also amazing at sunset, except at sunset you face the opposite direction towards the mountains. If you're lucky, you may even see the ibex colony that lives up there. As the sun goes down, the ridgeline lights up red and it's just an awesome place to be. Directly below the Oeschinensee lies Lake Brienz. We access the lake from the small town of Itzewald, which has a small pier that is great to jump from. The pier was featured in the scene of a movie, so it can be quite busy, but it's still fun. After that, you can just blow up some inflatable donuts and chill out on the lake, which is one of my favourite things to do. The next place we're going to head to is called the Stoos Ridge. As you drive from Lake Brienz to Stoos, you're going to pass this crazy lake called Lungern. The water in Lake Lungern looks like it's had the saturation turned up to about 4,000. It's definitely worth making a pit stop here because you really have to see it to believe it. Anyway, to start the Stoos hike, you're going to need to take the funicular, which is like a small train, from the town of Swisch to the town of Stoos. It costs €108 for 2 people, which is absolute madness. When you get to the town of Stoos, you're then going to walk along like 10 minutes and take a chairlift up to the trailhead for the Stoos Ridge hike. When we were in the chairlift, we were kind of panicking because we thought the bubble wouldn't open, but little did we know that when you go off the chairlift, it just opens automatically. Anyway, when you're off the chairlift, that's when you can start the hike. And when you start the hike, honestly, it's just non-stop views the whole way. There's one particularly famous part of the trail, which looks like this. It's pretty cool, you may have seen it on social media. Eventually, you will reach the Frontalpstock, which is the end of the hike, and there's a little camping spot if you want to spend the night, or you can just choose to take the chairlift back down. The chairlift actually stopped for the day when we reached it, so we had to hike back down. From Stoos, we're going to head over to Saxer Lucke, which is a famous mountain in the Appenzell region of Switzerland. To get to Saxer Lucke, you're going to need to take a cable car from Luftseilbahn Staubbern, and then it's a short hike to the viewpoint. When you get there, it's really quite impressive. We actually found a spot to pitch a tent for the night, but there are only 4 spots that have enough flat ground for you to pitch a tent, so bear that in mind if you want to do this. In the morning, the peak lights up red from the glow of the sun, and I climbed up in the ridges to get some sick drone shots. Another one of my favourite spots in the Appenzell region is called Schafler. Up there's actually a mountain hut where you can get something to eat, or even spend the night if you're looking to catch the sunrise or sunset in the mountains, which I would highly recommend. If you don't choose to spend the night, I would highly recommend heading down to the lake below called Seealpsee. When you get down to the lake, you'll be surrounded by lush green meadows and dramatic mountain peaks. But my favourite part about Seealpsee is the rope swing that's there. Swinging on this just provides endless hours of fun. After Seealpsee, we're going to head over to Glorious to visit the beautiful Muttseehutte. To get to the Muttseehutte, you're going to need to take a cable car from the town of Linthal and then hike for around 2 hours. At the end of the hike, you'll be rewarded with this incredible view overlooking Lungern, which is the lake below. When we were up there, we met a cool German guy who was camping right on the peak. After chatting to him for a while, we walked up a little bit further to pitch our tent for the night. We were just out there with a German guy, super nice guy. Decided to camp up here. There's a hut there. Boom. You can see the hut? In the hut. After the Muttseehutte, we could head over the Klausenpass to the canton of Uri to visit one of my favourite waterfalls, Staubifall. There's a road that leads directly to Staubifall, but it's for locals only, so you'll need to park on the Klausenpass and walk down for around 20 minutes. When you get there, you'll see this dramatic waterfall that towers over this cute little farmer's village. It really does look like the picture-perfect Swiss postcard. Highly suggest visiting this spot. From Uri, we're going to head all the way down to the canton of Ticino to visit a small mountain village called Dandrio. Dandrio is a relatively unknown place in Switzerland, but probably most famous for the impressive waterfall that sits above the village. As I walked around the town, I met a local woman that told me about a nearby waterfall that I should go and check out. So I went out to find it. And this waterfall is probably my favourite place in the entire country. I don't want to give away the exact location because it is a true hidden gem, but you can find out all the details in my digital map, which is linked in the description. So that's it for my Switzerland top 10. If you want to find out more about amazing locations in Switzerland, I have a full travel guide and digital map of the Alps with over 150 locations saved. When you buy the guide, you'll also get access to a private Discord community so you can connect with me and other like-minded individuals and go and explore these locations together. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching.